What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be talking about the PlayStation State of Play, the summer PlayStation State of Play, taking place on June 2nd, 2026. So, this State of Play got announced 2 weeks before it starts. Before it airs. And we already know we're seeing Wolverine in this State of Play. And we'll probably be able to pre-order Wolverine on June 2nd if I if my guess is right. They're going to show us Wolverine gameplay. They're going to tell us a little bit more about the story, and they're going to open up pre-orders, right? As you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time since Wolverine's been announced, Wolverine is one of my most anticipated games. Well, I think Wolverine was announced before I even had the YouTube channel, right? So, like, for as long as I've been covering video games on the YouTube channel, this has been one of my most anticipated games of the year. Comes out September 15th. We are getting gameplay and a deeper look into Logan's combat and stuff on June 2nd. But here's the thing. It's not just a Wolverine State of Play. It's an everything State of Play. So this State of Play will be taking place on June 2nd at 5 p.m. Eastern. You guys can do the conversion to wherever you live in the world, right? But for me, it takes place at 5 p.m. Eastern. And it's going to be over an hour long. And Insomniac and PlayStation said Wolverine's going to kick it off. So Wolverine's going to be the first thing that they show. So I would assume we're getting like 10, maybe 5 minutes of Wolverine gameplay, and then we're gonna say pre-order now, right? So Wolverine's a lock for probably us seeing. Well, we know Wolverine's a lock for us seeing gameplay and for the pre-orders coming out that day or a week later, because sometimes they you pre-order things on the same day, and sometimes they wait a week before they let you pre-order them. But my guess is Wolverine will go up for pre-order on June 2nd, and we'll see really, really good gameplay. But Wolverine is the thing we know about. So, for me, even though the PlayStation State of Play is 2 weeks away, right, I'm going to do my predictions now. Because also, Sony is streaming this State of Play in movie theaters in the States. Like if you live in the United States, they're streaming it in movie theaters. So that must mean it's pretty big. And they are opening the show with Wolverine. So for me, I think we're going to see Control Resident there. I think we're going to see, I think we're going to see Intergalactic, the next Naughty Dog game there. I think we're going to see this, rumored Faye God of War project, directed by Cory Barlog, which I'm very excited to play, right? And then, I don't know what else it could be, like, there's been rumors that Naughty Dog's also working on an Uncharted game. I wouldn't be surprised, because they've done this before where they've shown like 2 Insomniac things. So we could get Wolverine, and we could get, I don't know, a Venom game being announced, right? For next year, and when Wolverine comes out this year. But I don't know if they're going to do that, because Wolverine comes out in September, right? They did that for Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. Wolverine and Spider-Man were both announced at the same State of Play. But I don't know if they're going to do that again, where they're going to say, hey, Insomniac's working on 2 Marvel projects, and we can't wait for you to play Venom in 2027, right? Or they could just show a Venom trailer along with the Wolverine gameplay that they're showing us. Now, what else do I think we could get? I don't think GTA 6 is going to be here. Now, for this week where the event takes place on June 2nd, so the first week of June is the video game uh, event season. So it goes uh, PlayStation State of Play on June 2nd, uh, Summer Game Fest, like the live stream that Jeff Keighley does on um, on June 5th, and then Xbox is holding an event on June 7th. So we are getting 3 events in the same week. So if we don't get one thing at the PlayStation, look, I'm assuming we're gonna get a lot of PlayStation exclusives announced, or we're gonna get a lot of PlayStation exclusives shown, right? We're also gonna get some third party stuff. Like I wouldn't be surprised um, if we get new things announced. Like who knows? Maybe I get my dream of a Daredevil game being announced, right? In the week of gaming events this year, but um, I'm really excited for this one, man. Like if you watched my uh February, I think it was February State of Play, um, you you would know that my review of the February State of Play, for 2026, you would know that I think that's the best State of Play that Sony's ever done, right? So if this one can top that with games that all interest me, like we already know that we're getting Wolverine. I'm super excited to see more of Wolverine. I think Insomniac's going to make a very definitive version of that character, just like they did for Spider-Man, right? I think Liam McIntyre is going to do great in the role as Wolverine in this game, and I'm very interested to see if other characters might show up, other X-Men related characters, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Mystique. Well, we know Mystique's in the game because they showed that in the trailer. But I'm very interested to see. I'm very interested to see if Spider-Man and Wolverine are set in the same universe. If Insomniac is building their MGU, Marvel Gaming Universe, or yeah, Marvel Gaming Universe. I'm very interested to see if Insomniac is building their Marvel Gaming Universe. But also, like, Intergalactic looks very interesting to me. Now, I understand that some people didn't like Last of Us 2, right? I think Last of Us 2, after beating it, because when I first played Last of Us 2 in 2019, right, I didn't like it. They killed off Joel. But I went back when the TV show, the season, right before the season 2 of the TV show came out, I went through Last of Us and beat Last of Us 2 and beat that game. And I think it's one of the best pieces of media in any medium. So yeah, I'm very excited for the next Naughty Dog game. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. And I think it's very interesting, like Naughty Dog's doing sci-fi stuff, right? With this game. Like it's literally focused on a character who uh is set on a is stranded on a planet, and she has to go and survive. That's at least what Naughty Dog has revealed so far about this game, right? And I think we're gonna get that. I think we're gonna get a hint of what that game could be. Also, the next big God of War game. Now, they did come out with the Metroidvania, and we got the remakes of the God of War trilogy being announced, or remake of the God of War trilogy being announced. I don't think we're getting the God of War trilogy remake until the PS6 comes out, and I've heard rumors that the PS6 might come out in 2030 or 2020, or 2028. So I'm thinking we're not getting the God of War trilogy remake until after the PS6 comes out, right? But there's another God of War project that apparently Santa Monica is working on. And these are all besides Wolverine, because we know we're getting Wolverine, and I'm very excited to see Wolverine. But Wolverine is the only thing that PlayStation confirmed to be at this June 2nd, 2026 event. So The rest of it is just me speculating. I think we are gonna get another trailer for Marvel Tokon. I wouldn't be surprised at that. That game comes out in August. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a trailer for Control Resident. That would be dope. Because we don't have that game's release date yet, but that game looks like Remedy's take on Devil May Cry, or their take on like an action combat game, right? So that game looks really cool. I wouldn't be surprised if we get some stuff that we've never heard of before, or some stuff that we haven't seen in a while. Like, it would be cool. I know I'm mainly focusing on Marvel, but I'll throw a DC one in there, right? I think we could potentially get Injustice 3 announced in the week of gaming announcements, right? That is the first week of June. Now, I'm not saying that will be at the PlayStation event, but it would be pretty cool if it was at the PlayStation event. Because how long has it been since Mortal Kombat 1? Like 2 years, right? And the rumor is that NetherRealm is working on the next Injustice game. Now, for me, when Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight just came out, it's incredible. Yes, I will be reviewing that game, but I'm taking my time with it. I take my time with games, right? I don't just rush through them. Like, when I really enjoy them, I may beat them faster, but I like to take my time with games. So I will be reviewing Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight on this channel. I just don't know when. But I think DC and all the Warner Brothers properties, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, what else do they like, especially Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, and DC. I think especially for DC, we need to get more games that are revolving around DC characters, right? So I would love to see that. I would love to see Injustice 3 finally get announced. I have been waiting for Injustice 3 for 10 plus years. This year is 10 plus years since Injustice 3 came out. Or it may have been in 2017. I don't remember, but I think it was 2016, right? It's been 10 plus years since 10 or 11 years since Injustice 2 came out. So that would be really, really cool. That's my that would be my wild card DC Warner Brothers prediction for the week of gaming, right? And I know this is the PlayStation event, so that we're talking about in this video, so I'm just doing my predictions for that in this video, but I will be doing predictions for both Summer Game Fest and the Xbox event once we get closer to it. I just think Sony is going to deliver in this event. Like, because they delivered with the last event. And I go into things with no expectations. That's my goal for this year. Like, you guys know that. That's my goal in my personal life. That's my goal on this channel. That's just my goal in my life, right? For this year. To go into things with no expectations. And the last State of Play that they did in February blew me away with how good it was. So if this State of Play on June 2nd can match my hype and my excitement for the last State of Play, I will be extremely happy. If it can succeed my expectation, if it can exceed my hype level for the last State of Play, then woohoo! Because I think we're gonna get a lot of big stuff here. Again, they are streaming this thing in movie theaters on June 2nd. So, you can also watch it on YouTube and stuff like that. But you know how, like, people do watch parties and stuff? Like, I will be watching it on YouTube, right? But they are streaming it in Alamo draft houses all over the United States. So it must be pretty big. And I can't wait to see what Sony has for us here, right? Like, if we just get Wolverine, which is confirmed. We're getting Wolverine stuff on June 2nd, which I'm very, very excited for. One of my most anticipated games of the year. If we just get Wolverine, Intergalactic, and the next God of War game, that is a good state of play. But I think Sony has some surprises that they're waiting to reveal. Like, I've heard rumors over the past week or so about them potentially bringing Infamous back, which would be very exciting, right? And superheroes are bigger than they've ever been before, and Sony had a PlayStation exclusive superhero that they created. Like, I know that they're doing games with Marvel, and I don't want them to stop doing games with Marvel, because I think Insomniac is doing what Rocksteady did for Batman with Marvel characters. I think Insomniac is doing what Rocksteady did for Batman with all the games that Insomniac is making for Marvel. I think they're doing a great job at that, so I don't want them to stop making Marvel games. But a new Infamous game, Infamous Collection, Infamous Remake would be pretty cool, bro. It honestly would be. So yeah, for me that would be very exciting. Now, I think we could, and this is like my wild card, my big pie in the sky, like big pie in the sky prediction, right? I think we could get the GTA 6 trailer here, right? And then they could open up pre-orders on June 2nd. Now, GTA 6 doesn't come out until November 19th. So they still have, like, if the event takes place in June, they still have a lot of time where they can release the third trailer and open up pre-orders, right? The thing that kind of is like, why would Rockstar do that? Why would play? Well, here's the two things that concern, like, that make me think that GTA 6 isn't gonna be at any of the gaming events during the first week of June, because GTA 6 drops a trailer, everybody's talking about it. GTA 6 is rumored to drop a trailer. That's the only thing they're talking about in the gaming sphere, right? Like literally on, what day was it? Monday. On May 18th, it was rumored to be the GTA 6 trailer and pre-order date, right? Where they open up pre-orders and they release the third trailer. All my feed, because I cover, I follow a lot of YouTubers that are in the gaming space, and those YouTubers inspired me to do videos like this for you guys, because I want to give, like, I watch YouTube too, and I want to give my own perspectives and my own ways of doing things, and my own way of doing these type of videos a shot. So that's why I started to, and I love video games, and most importantly, I love video games, and I love entertainment. As you guys know, I'm a songwriter, I'm an actor, I'm a producer, I'm a rapper, I'm a singer, right? And I'm a YouTuber. I'm getting better at all these things, and I'm learning new things every single day about everything in my life, right? I'm not an expert on anything, right? I'm a student. I always want to be that way. So for me, I take some of the ideas that I see the YouTubers that I watch do, and then I interpret their ideas in my own way, which I want to thank them for that. So, like, for me, it's like, if we're already confirmed to get Wolverine, so that's gonna really excite me. And Wolverine is opening the show on June 2nd for the State of Play on June 2nd, right? If we get another trailer for Intergalactic, and we get a trailer for the rumored God of War spin-off game focusing on Faye, Kratos' wife, played by Deborah Ann Woll, right? Well, Deborah Ann Woll played her in God of War Ragnarok. If you don't know who Deborah Ann Woll is, she plays Karen Page in the MCU. So, Yeah, it's an actor that I like. So if she's voicing and doing remote capture for Faye, um, that will be a cherry on top off of seeing what a cherry on top of seeing the next God of War entry in the God of War series, right? And for me, I'm excited for this event, man. I think Sony's gonna do something legendary with this event. I really do. Like with all the rumors coming out about them potentially making an Infamous remake or a new Infamous game, with them having all these games that the studios have been teasing, like the Sony studios, like Naughty Dog is probably making a new Uncharted game, which excites me. We're getting this new, well, we might be getting this new God of War spin-off game next year, right? And this is like when I say God of War spin-off, I enjoyed the Metroidvania. I really enjoy it. I haven't beat it yet, but I really enjoy the Metroidvania. But when I say next God of War spin-off game, I mean like triple A big budget God of War spin-off game, right? So like, and this game is rumored to be directed by Cory Barlog. This is his next project after God of War 2018. So I'm very excited to see if we see that game there, right? Will we see Venom? A Venom game being announced at this thing? Maybe. They've done it before where they've announced two Insomniac projects, or they've shown stuff on two Insomniac projects. They did it with the same state of play. They announced Spider-Man 2 and they announced Wolverine. So could they do that again? Could they show Wolverine and give us the pre-order information, the additions, if Wolverine's getting DLC, show us gameplay, show us more about the story, and then could they announce a Venom game? Maybe, I don't know, but maybe, right? Warner Brothers, the guy who runs Warner Brothers Games division said, like it's gonna be really, really good for Warner Brothers fans of Warner Brothers games in the next 3 years, I think he said, which we just got Lego Batman. I cannot wait to review that game for you guys. Again, I don't know when I'm going to review that game because I'm taking my time with it, but when I finish it, there will be a review on this channel, right? We've had rumors of Injustice 3. Hogwarts Legacy 2 would be very interesting to see what they do, because the first game was so good and stuff like that. I would be very interested to see what they do with that, right? Maybe we get things that we've never heard of before from studios, which I would be like. Maybe we get a new IP that looks really cool. Maybe we get a superhero game that we're not expecting to get. Like the Invincible Versus game that we got last year. Like nobody was expecting an Invincible game when it got announced last year, and that game's really good as well, right? So for me, I'm just excited for this event. If you have any predictions or hopes and dreams for this PlayStation event happening on June 2nd, 2026, please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless you guys.